Jeff Wilson here with Craig the Cookie Monster Maclean. Craig is setting up to fight Chad Anheliger this weekend at Rise. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's the Cookie Monster versus the Monster, but I don't think it's going to be an episode of Sesame Street. What can we expect?
I think great fight. You know, we got two skilled guys here, and we're both kind of, at some big points in our career where another win puts us both ahead. So I think it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, I think it is too. I was so happy to see it, and then being a champ versus champ fight. How did that all come together?
I think we both kind of had each other on our radars, just, both at the same kind of amount of fights, and there's not too many pro bantamweights across Canada. And I think that it was just something that, after I didn't really actually have it on my mind after the last fight went down where we both fought on the same card and both had wins, just because I know he fought at flyweight and I didn't really know maybe, if he had just found a home at flyweight, if he could make the weight, then that's great, because all of his other fights have been at bantamweight. But I never really thought about it. Then they brought me his name, and they actually brought a couple of different names, and I chose him because he was ranked higher, and I thought a win over him, it's going to put me forward a little bit more further ahead of my career.
Fantastic. And one of the things that I noticed about your career, well, is that you had a lot of amateur fights, and I don't see a lot of pros that have that many amateur fights. Do you think that gives you an advantage, or does it increase injuries on your side?
Well, I think as much as you can get in the cage is just great experience. So BC, we've got definitely an advanced amateur system out here versus other locations. And I think our high-level amateurs that we got here are better than a lot of entry-level pros in different areas. So I think as much as you're getting in the cage, it's really helping you. And for guys like me and guys from great camps, you treat the pro fights and your amateur fight just the same, right? Your next fight is always your most important, whether it be amateur or pro. I don't care if it's your first, second amateur fight. To that fighter, that is the most important moment for them, and that's how I treat it, and that's how I felt.
Yeah, and this fight's out in Chilliwack, so anybody in BC, get out there to see Greg fight in the champ versus champ fight.
I got a lot of support out here. It's gonna be great. We get a lot of people out and enjoy the fights.
Sweet, man. Well, I'm excited to see it. We'll talk soon.
Awesome, brother.